lights on.
Okay, I'm being blinded by the sun.
Sorry.
But it's okay. Hi, welcome back. Today we are starting on a project for our next animal that is going to be on our homestead. We got the goats, we got chickens, we got ducks. So now we're getting ready to, I need to move.
We have cats too. But
Oh, cats and dogs. But the cats and dogs, I'm not going to eat them. So, our next animal we are adding is rabbits. So, we are going to be building some cages today to put the rabbits in. And 3 cages, because we already got one built. We got one, the wooden one over here that we used for, actually we used this for brooding for the chickens down there that we had. But we are going to use this for one of the male rabbits. And there's a tray down there for this one, but I'm going to take the tray off and we're going to let the droppings go down for easy clean. But I'm going to put rabbits here. I'm getting 2 males and 2 females. So we'll be back when we're ready to start building. Okay, so we got it all laid out right now. The side, the back, the bottom, the front with the door, and then that over there will be the top. So our next step is we're gonna put, try to figure out how the door attaches to the front of that one, and then we will start attaching the sides at the bottoms there with the J-clips, and then we'll be back to show you the next step. So Riley wanted to take a stab at it.
This isn't tight enough. Okay, there we go.
To help out. So we are almost done with the 4 corners, or the 4 sides, and then we will have to do the sides. Is it easy?
Kind of, yeah. It actually is.
Okay, I think you could do the rest of it then.
Okay. You just need to tell me like where to put it on.
Okay. Okay, so we got all the 4 sides on.
Clipped right here.
At the bottom, clipped along the bottom. Now we're gonna have to take the 2 sides.
Why is this?
Yeah, we'll fix it.
Oh, okay.
And then we gotta do the top, middle, and bottom of the sides to at least enclose that much. At least for now. I'll probably go back and ensure that they can't get through, of course. We'll do all 4 sides, and then we can show you what it looks like after we're done. Okay, so Riley actually put the sides up, but all 4 sides are up and secure. We'll probably go through again and add more because it's saying there's only supposed to be 3 per side, and I think that's nuts.
There should at least be 2 more.
But we're just gonna, at least 2 more in between those 2. But, and then it doesn't have anything on the bottom corners yet, which is weird. But we're gonna go through and we're gonna lay the top on, and we'll put the top on, and then we'll move to the next couple cages. This one's already, the door's already on, and that's the little latch it came with. But we'll do that, and then we'll get going with the other ones, and then we'll be back when we get all of them put together, and there we can set them up. Okay, we're back. It's been a couple days, but we got the cages put together. I have the 2 females right here that I'm working under the carport. Trying to do this by myself since the kids are at school. So we're going to see if I can get it done or not. But I'm going to flip it around so you can see what I've done so far. So these are the 2 females. The females are 30 by 36. Plenty of room for them and some babies and a nesting box. These are 8-foot 2x4s. And then I cut a bunch of 2x4s anyway into 4-foot sections because I'm putting those as the 4 legs of the cages. And then I'm putting a space in between like this because what I'm doing with that is I'm putting their hay there so they can share the hay. So that's my idea there. So that way I don't have to have a hay feeder inside to take up extra space or anything. They should be able to eat the hay in between there because it's the spacing. So I would assume that they should be able to get the hay. If they can't, if we find that they are not able to get the hay, I will figure out something else. But that's the plan right now, to have that spacing in between for hay. And then the male cage is going to be the same, except for he won't be attached to these guys at all. His will be separate because I'm going to have all the female cages together and then the males together. But I will be back once I see if I can figure out how to put the legs on by myself. Okay, so this is what we got so far. We gotta be careful or they'll fall because we don't have bracers on it. I couldn't use the staples, couldn't get my arms in to staple with the staples. If I would have been able to, these would be more solid and easier if done with the legs. So I had to wait until Riley got home to help me. Milo, come here, kitty. Our cat's being dumb. Anyway.
Our cat's in the middle of the stinking road and there's a Jeep coming.
We're going to take these boards here are going to run the length of this. Luna, get away from the road. They're going to run along this to help sturdy the cage, and it also will help sturdy this right here. So our next step is to screw that on, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we got it up. We did the bottom piece. We did bracers on the sides, so now it's not going anywhere, or at least it shouldn't. Maybe a bracer in here, but I'm not sure because I was going to put a piece of wood underneath here. I was going to use this. If Riley can hold this.
Yeah, I got it. Gotcha.
Underneath.
Where?
Underneath the hole.
So like, right.
Yeah, like center.
Oh gosh, why does this feel so heavy? Yeah, you get the picture.
But put pieces of wood, a piece of wood.
Right here.
In between is what I was planning on doing, but I don't know, to help catch the hay. Then again, I might just put a maybe another just a 2x4 or something in between here. And then, yeah, I don't know. But that's what we got so far. That's for the females. And then that hole in the center is for the hay. Then we just got to put a metal roof or something on so that they are also protected. And, of course, put it in the spot because they're not staying under the carport.
And don't we got it?
I don't know if I'm putting anything on the side yet. Because, to breathe. Yeah. Okay, so we moved the girls' cage down here. All finished. This is where the hay's going to go. I just put a 2x4 in between. And then we did put bracers on the ends to make it a little bit more stable. I'm thinking still I might put some plywood on the sides on this end and that end to help with rain block and wind block to keep them a little warmer. And then we have to take a piece of metal and put on top to help with the rain so it's not getting on them. That'll be the females, and we're gonna clean this one out. And this will be the male. One of the males. This one will be eventually one of the males. What?
I want my bunny in here.
Yours will.
Yay.
So the droppings will just drop on the ground for catch basin. I think what I'm gonna do on him, excuse me, sweetie, is I think I might put a piece of plywood also on the sides, possibly. I'm not sure yet, because I still gotta be able to hook hay and stuff like that on his. But we also want him blocked from the wind and not getting cold either. But this summer, I don't think they're gonna really get cold. It's gonna be heat that we're gonna be dealing with. So it might be something we'll put on temporary, like a
They
winter
can't hear you right now. 'Cause
Huh?
the
wind. But it might be a temporary fix for the winter, fall, and spring when it's windy and cold, but summertime be able to take it off. But I'm not sure. So we'll be back as soon as at least we get the roof on, the females, and figure out a hay feeder for this male cage. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm gonna get as close to the camera as possible and try not to sound like I'm yelling. But okay, so we got the females done. Got the roof on, the metal. I got the metal on. We got their feeders in here, their water in here, and we got some hay in here in the center. So both females can share the hay and they'll be good. And then we're still trying to figure out if we're gonna put anything at least on this side. I might just put, instead of wood, I might just put this lattice. I know for the boys, this boy cage here, I'm thinking I'm gonna put that lattice. It'll help block the wind a little bit more, and it could be like a temporary thing. Females, I'm gonna see if I can do the same thing, figure out how to maybe temporarily put it up. But well, and we got his feeder in his and his water on his. And we just got, I think we're gonna put his hay feeder, I'm gonna build something and put it here on the outside. But I want to be able to keep it from getting wet also from when it rains. So I don't know, I might put a piece of plywood or something, hang it off of here,
a small piece of metal.
or a piece of metal or something to hang off of the side to help protect his hay so it's not getting, at least coming down this way from the rain. Because I really don't think rain's going to come sideways and get it, but down. So we'll be back when we figure out what we're going to do with the sides and get this hay feeder up for him. Okay, so now we are done. I think we are done. I think it is ready for the rabbits, the bunnies, to get here. So the male bunny is going to come here. The poop is going to go down and we'll scrape it out. Eventually we'll put maybe a bucket or something, or a netting, to get it to come out and into a bucket for us to use as fertilizer. So this used to be part of one of our dog kennels that we had for the dogs. I just put that on, and this S-hooks on both sides, and when we need to fill the hay back up, just unhook it here and it comes out enough to put hay in. I put a piece of metal on top of that to help protect the hay from getting wet. Riley put a piece of our tile that we took off of the floor inside to put for the bunnies so they have a resting spot for getting off the wire. Got some feed there. Their water's back there and a salt block for them. So this will be the male. I'm not saying the names yet. That'll be on the next video. So of course we got the roof on the female here for 2 of the females. Eventually we'll have more, but for now we're starting with 2 females and 2 males.
Let's do 4.
And then we'll be building finishing the other kennel, this cage here for the other male, but we still got enough time to finish this one for him before he gets here. We'll probably have to fix it. We did put a piece of plywood here to help break part of the debris for them, but they still can have circulation because there's still wind and air coming from there in the front. They got their salt block, they got their resting pad, they have their feed here, water, and then hay in between both of the females. I'm actually going to turn that around, that part, the
Okay, I can do that.
salt block for her. She's got a piece of plywood here to help windbreak too, but enough wood or enough circulation for the summertime. Her salt block, yeah, kind of. If you push it towards the back corner, it would be
Better?
yeah, like
Or
that.
move
Yeah.
this back?
No, that should be fine. And then we can always adjust the tile, but her tile for landing, her bigger feeder for and then their water. The reason why the girls got a little bit bigger of a grain or their pellet feeder is for when they had the babies and stuff, because the babies will probably eat some of the pellets. So that's why they got a little bit bigger of a feeder. But they live on mostly the hay anyway. And then of course their poo will go through and we'll catch it. Right now, an old satellite dish is going to catch one of their poos. But we'll figure out something to either let it bring it out, or I'll put bins underneath and then I'll put like a bunch of holes in it. And then that way the pee can go through, but it collects all the poop.
What about like the big tote that has the stuffed animals in it right now? What if we get a couple of those and put it there?
Well, I was thinking not the big tall ones. They have like long, narrow bins.
Yeah.
And we could drill a bunch of holes in the bottom so the pee can go through and then collect the poo, and then we can put it in our gardens.
Sorry,
for fertilizer.
who doesn't want yeah.
But it's a good fertilizer, and it could go straight to the gardens because it's cold, not like chicken and stuff. But there it is. That's what we got so far. The next video will be of us actually possibly getting the bunnies.
Introducing.
But definitely introducing them. I don't know if I'll do a video on our road trip to go get them, or if I'll just do another video on when they get here in their hutches. Oops. But I want to thank you all for joining us, and why the kids and I built these hutches. All engineering of me. Mainly of, well, you helped. Yeah, but my thought plans, it kind of came out, then we had to change stuff, but it all worked out. So now we're all excited to go get our bunnies. Thank you for joining us again. Like I said, please like this video and subscribe so that way you can be notified whenever we post new videos about bunnies, goats, the garden, anything that we do here on the homestead. Bye.